Plaintiff Catherine Loftus says after she moved in with the defendant, Catherine realized she was a party girl who had sex with multiple men. Catherine claims after the defendant started dating her boyfriend, she continued to have sex with other men. And Catherine's suing her today for rent, a security deposit, and a termination fee. Defendant Carla Gilfillan says Catherine acts sweet and innocent, but while living together, Catherine would hit on Carla's boyfriend and confide in him about problems she was having with her own boyfriend, who is with Catherine in court today. Carla denies owing Catherine for anything.
Start with you.
Your Honor, after I moved in with Carla, I learned that she was a big-time party girl. She liked to sleep around with a lot of different people, just a revolving door.
Your Honor, I'm
from?
sorry, that's slander.
Okay. Where'd you know her from?
I knew her from work. We were both co-workers at a restaurant. We were servers. And I know that she liked to sleep with a lot of people because she slept with one gentleman in particular.
And you knew that before you moved in with her?
I did.
So why are you complaining about it now?
Because, sir, this kind of partying lifestyle.
What you're getting into, huh?
She had a partying lifestyle where she just was irresponsible and just slept with everybody.
I know, and you knew it before you moved in with her.
Yes, sir, I knew that.
All right, so did you do that?
No, sir.
So why would you move in with a person that does that?
She seemed like a responsible enough person in her work life.
You just said she wasn't.
So she slept with all these people before I moved in with her, but I think I misspoke, sir, and I do apologize, Your Honor, that I didn't learn all this until after I moved in with her, that she'd slept with a coworker. It was a mutual friend of ours who confided in to us about a lot of his relationship problems, and she slept with him. I heard them having sex one night, and then he snuck out trying to think like nothing happened. Then later on, she met this other guy, Dylan, and just decided that she was going to be monogamous and just have this relationship with him. But he didn't know that she slept with all these other people. He also didn't know that she cheated on him. And I heard her having sex with another guy. And I wanted to tell him, but I didn't because I honestly just didn't feel like it was my business. But the fact that she just felt like she could just do whatever she wanted with whoever she wanted, even though she, kind of had commitment to this guy, really bothered me.
Gotcha. I understand now. All right, ma'am.
Your Honor, my boyfriend and I both made that commitment to each other. Obviously, before we got together, we were both single and we were both sleeping around. So yes, he knew about my party girl lifestyle. But that's just what normal people who are in their young 20s working in a restaurant do. We work hard, but we play hard. We serve drinks. So yeah, we go out and have drinks with each other. And what really upsets me about this is that Catherine's trying to play this whole little Miss Goody Two-Shoes, prude, I don't do that whole party girl lifestyle, but I bet her boyfriend doesn't know that she, when she was alone with my boyfriend, would come on to him in this weird socially awkward way.
He knows now.
May I finish, please?
Let her finish, ma'am.
My boyfriend told me that she would really confide in him about her problems with work and her problems with her relationship with her boyfriend.
What would she say about her relationship with her boyfriend?
That they were having problems, that he ridiculed her for not having friends and not having a social life, and said that he didn't want her to move in with him because she would just spend all her time with him because she had no other friends.
Did you move in with her?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Did you move in with your boyfriend?
I did.
Okay.
Because I had to terminate
work that out.
That's not true. They did.
Well, in the 2 years that we lived together, the only people who visited were her boyfriend and her sister. So the only friends that I ever saw her having were Skyrim and Call of Duty, which are Xbox video games. So when you spend all your time with video games,
I'm sorry, Your Honor,
it's understandable that she wouldn't be able to communicate with me.
Ma'am, please be quiet. You said all those negative things about her and you keep trying to interrupt her. Go ahead.
You see her boyfriend, clearly they don't have a good relationship. My boyfriend and I...
He's here to support her. Why don't you think they have a good relationship?
Where's Dylan? Where's he?
Dylan's working because he knows no part of this drama. He doesn't want to see them or deal with them ever again after everything we went through trying to get away from them.
That's why we're here today, Your Honors, because I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Let's get back to that then. The rent and the security deposit and the electric bills. Tell me about it.
Well, I had to terminate the lease because she decided that she was moving out.
What lease?
We had a 1-year lease. We originally moved in.
Beginning when?
We originally moved in August of 2011. We re-signed it twice. The last time was July the 23rd of 2013. And I have a copy of that here, Your Honor.
That's it. Her name is on it, obviously?
It is. You'll see it on the last page. Our electronic signatures.
Oh, that's funny. The bedrooms do have revolving doors on this lease.
As a special request, please make sure the bedrooms have revolving doors. All right, so that's the lease. And so why are you suing her over the lease?
I'm suing her over it because she had gotten a DUI, and this is another evidence of her irresponsibility. She got a DUI, couldn't drive to work anymore, and then decided that, hey, I also want to move in with Dylan, who is now like this guy that I possibly might marry, even though I've just had this completely different lifestyle. And so...
And cheated on him. Don't forget that
Yes,
part.
that's correct, Your Honor. Even when she decided to be monogamous, she was still cheating on him. And I felt so bad for him, Your Honor, but you know, what can you do as a roommate? You don't want to have a bad relationship with your roommate, even though she's doing what she feels is right for her. But regardless, I ended up having to move out because she gave me 7 days notice between the time when she said, hey, I have to move out, and she removed her things
And
from my
when was
apartment.
that? What month?
That was in November of 2013.
November, she did what?
She told me on the 7th, I believe, Your
Of
Honor.
November. And
On the
when did
6th.
she move out?
She moved out on the 13th.
And security deposit and electric bills, how's she owe for that?
The security deposit was $150, Your Honor, and I do have a copy of that here also.
Did she pay her half of the security deposit?
Yes, the security deposit total was
She did?
$300.
And she paid her
She didn't
half?
pay me. She paid her half of the security deposit, which was $150. I paid my half, which was $150.
Bedrooms do have revolving doors.
As a special request, please make sure the bedrooms have revolving doors.
Plaintiff Catherine Loftus is suing her former roommate, who claims while living together, Catherine hit on her boyfriend and confided in him about problems she was having with her own boyfriend, who is with Catherine in court today.
Why does she still owe you? If it was only $300 and she paid her half.
Because I lost my deposit because we had an early termination fee of $212.
All right.
So I didn't get anything back.
Neither did she. But you're saying you lost it because she moved out early.
Yes,
All right.
and I have a copy of our lease ledger, I think that shows
Okay.
the amount of the deposit.
And the electric bills.
Yes, the electric bills. I have copies of both from Duke Energy Progress and from my own personal bank statement showing that I paid them.
Okay? And that amount is what, ma'am?
That amount, the total was $133 for the 3 months.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes,
what do
Your
you
Honor.
say?
We had a verbal agreement. She acts like I made this decision on a whim to move out, but we had actually talked about it beginning in May for several months that my boyfriend and I were planning to move in and
You
get our
didn't
own
sign the
place
lease
together.
until July.
Yeah, but I communicated to her what my plans were, that my plans were to move out.
All right, so why did you re-sign if you knew?
Because she promised me that when it was time for me to move out and get my own place with Dylan, she would sign me off the lease and get a new roommate on the lease. And I have text messages that prove that I communicated this intention to her and she agreed to it. She knew that I was
Ma'am,
planning
did
to
you
move
agree
at
to
the
that?
end of October.
I don't recall any such agreement, Your Honor.
I have the text messages right here.
Our verbal agreement was that when she needed to move out, that we would discuss it beforehand, and then we would work
She
together
said
to
she
find a
had
new
something
roommate.
that you all had discussed and you accepted that. And let me see it, please.
The pertinent parts are highlighted, Your Honor.
Okay? Yeah, I mean, my overall plan is to leave at the end of the summer. She tells you I'm going to leave. You say, okay, that's what I thought. This is in May. You knew in May that she was leaving.
Your Honor, I have another document here with more text messages proving that she didn't actually give me a date
Okay, explain
until
this one, though.
November. I'm sorry?
Explain this one.
That one, she told me before we re-signed the lease that she wanted to move out with him eventually. And I think she did at one point say that she wanted to move out in the summer. Then she pushed it back to the fall. And then
You
she
have
just
that?
said,
You have the evidence that she pushed it back.
yes.
To the fall.
She said, Dylan and I might not be moving after all. If we do, it might not be till March. That was on the,
That would be March 14,
yes, 14, Your Honor.
okay? And when did she move again? That was in November, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Is that what you did?
Your Honor, that's taken out of context. When I told her that we might not move till March, I meant leave the country. We were still planning to leave.
Show me some evidence about the country. Because I don't see, all we talking about, the evidence I have so far is about you leaving the apartment.
Yes,
so
Your
show
Honor.
me some evidence that indicates you were talking about leaving the country now.
Yes, well, I didn't.
You have the evidence?
I misspoke.
I know you did. Judgment for the plaintiff, $1,501. It is very clear that yes, initially you all discussed her leaving. She changed it and said we might not move until March of 2014. When I asked her what she meant by that, she said, oh, at that time we were talking about moving out of the country. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Catherine is a very genuine, down-to-earth person. I've known her and we've been dating for almost 3 years now. And that's all I'm gonna say because I know it's not true. And I've actually was there myself when Carla was cheating on her other boyfriend. So, but that being said, I'm confident in my relationship with the person I love, so.
I think it's unfortunate that she feels the need to make up lies about my character. My boyfriend and I are still together. We have a good relationship.
I'm just glad that that the judge decided in my favor because she put me in so much financial strain that I just couldn't handle it and I had to move out. And it's really unfortunate she had to break the contract. I understand why to a certain degree, but ultimately it's a contract.